Hello, good morning. Hi, everybody. It's Colleen here with Chalk Couture. We're going to do a fun little project today. I'm just going to go ahead and get the iPad going. Just taking a minute to catch up. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this shared. And then we can start. Okay. Share to group. There we go. All right, we are all shared and ready to go. So today's project is, ta-da, vintage truck with the Valentine's twist. How fun is that? I'm hoping I got this. It looks like I've got this up on the screen so you can see everything. So this is my layout that I came up with, and this is our vintage truck with our vintage truck add-on. This is actually from last year, and it had Valentine's in it. Was one of the options to bling out your vintage truck Valentine style. So let's go ahead and get started. These were all the pieces, and I labeled the back of all of these. So I know which carrier sheet goes with what transfer. So I'll just slide all these guys to the side. These cute little hearts. You can tell that I love hearts. They have a special meaning for me. I love hearts. So all of our transfers are labeled. We're going to go ahead and get started. Now I have to stop for a second and just say something, because this sometimes will happen. I mean, I don't know if you've ever ordered things online. Sometimes it happens where things aren't quite what you thought they were going to be when you get them. And I have to tell you that Chalk Couture is exceptional with if you have any issues with any of the products that you purchased. I had a little tiny boo-boo on my chalkboard and sent them an email with a picture right away, and I got a new board. But I'm not going to let this board go to waste. It's just tiny little things over here, which I'm going to easily cover with my design. So if that happens, no worries, as it happens with most any products that you order online. Sometimes you'll have one that's got a little tiny defect like this one did, just little blemishes over here. But like I said, I got a new board, and I'm still going to use this one. So let's go ahead and get started. Typically we remove our transfer from the carrier sheet. That's our shiny side, that's our paper side, that's why we label the back. And I have used this vintage truck, many times. So I am not too concerned about fuzzing it. Typically, if you do have a brand new transfer, you do want to fuzz it. And because there's a lot of silkscreen area on here, you want to make sure that you are placing it down without any bubbles. So usually what I do is, to help that along, I'll grab a squeegee and just kind of use the squeegee to help press down the transfer so that it has a nice tight adhesion, because this is a pretty decent amount of silkscreen area. So hello, Tia. So we want to make sure that we're not feeling any bubbles in there. So I usually just use my squeegee to help get out any bubbles. What you can also do is you can kind of lean your board up at a bit of an angle, and you'll be able to see the bubbles in there. So if you're seeing any, just go back again and just use your squeegee to help smooth out any bubbles. I feel like that's on there pretty good. You can see that I do have some previous staining around my transfer. Good morning, Tia. So that is perfectly fine. So long as your silkscreen area is clear, no worries. Some of our chalk pastes, like our candy apple red, have a darker pigment, and they will sometimes stain, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to, you actually can't see the colors that I have chosen. Let me bring them in so we can show you the colors we're going to use. Candy apple red, clearly Valentine's. We have our gray, which that's not called gray, that's called storm, sorry, storm. And then we have our amazing cherry blossom. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And our always go-to white. So those are the colors that I'm going to be using in today's project. And before I came on, I have these little stirry sticks, but you can also, which it's designed to use our multi-tool, which gets in, you see how it's beveled here? It gets all around and inside your container. I'm just using these little makeup sticks for now because they're plastic. You don't want to use wood sticks because that will dry out your chalk. So you're looking for that nice yogurt-like consistency. Look how nice that is. That is perfect. Now when I opened up my cherry blossom, it was a little stiff, and you can still see it's still just a tad stiff. So what we do is we just spritz a little bit of water right into the jar and give it a nice stir. Don't be shy stirring. I'm pretty vigorous when I stir my jars. It's okay. And then you're going to get that nice consistency. Now you'll notice some of the chalk paste do feel a little like a little denser, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And that's okay, especially with the lighter colors like the cherry blossom, but it still has that nice consistency that we're looking for. So what I'm going to do, oops, I got a little bit of water. I always do that. I always spritz the water right over my project. And I don't need to do that, and I do it every time. Okay, so let's put that back down. I want to make sure that's nice and dry under there. We don't want to have any water under there. And see how I just pull back? So if you're finding a bubble, just pull back a little bit until you get that bubble out. Okay, I think my bottom layer is going to be Storm. So let's go ahead and grab Storm. I'm just going to actually use my stirry stick. Wait, do I want to use Storm? Because I was thinking of doing the truck pink and gray. So yeah, let's go ahead and do gray with our first layer, which is the bottom, the undercarriage of the truck. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a nice big blob. Instead of trying to stick my squeegee in there, I'm just going to get a blob on here and then just pull this right across. Watch, when you hold your squeegee at an upright angle and just pull across, look, it just covered that just all in about one shot. That's all you need to do. It's so easy. Just make sure that all the silkscreen area is covered. And when you apply a little pressure, watch. Okay, I have no chalk paste on here right now. So when I apply a little pressure and pull that across, applying pressure, look, I scooped up more chalk on there. And that's exactly what we want to do. Get all that excess off. Oops, I almost put that into the wrong jar. That would not be good. So then all that excess goes right back into our jar. And then I just kind of get that and stir that back down. So there we go. I put my squeegee in my pan of water that I have off to the side. And when removing your transfer, you're going to apply even pressure. Ta-da! Like that. Easy. I'm putting my transfer into my pan of water with the chalky side down. So that way the water is going to help to get some of that chalk out of my silkscreen area. I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick heat. You want to make sure that your bottom layer is good and dry, because we have to put the top layer on our chalk. Let's take a cheers. Good morning. Having a cup of tea. Okay, make sure that this is good and dry. There we have it. And you can use a hair dryer or a heat tool, or you can let it dry on its own. Whichever method you choose is perfectly fine. I'm just using the heat tool just to speed it up a little bit. This is good and dry. I can rub my hands all over this. It's not going anywhere. So now we can go ahead and match up our top layer. You can see how much this transfer has been loved. We do guarantee between 8 and 10 uses for our transfers, but if you're taking good care of them and depending on the surfaces that you're using them on, you will most likely get many more uses out of each transfer. I have used this, oh my goodness, at least, I'm going to say, take a rough estimate and say at least 25 times right now, so far. What I usually do with the vintage truck is I match up the tires first, and that seems to kind of help get you in the right direction here. I've got a wicked glare on from my lamp, so I'm just trying to make sure I have this in the right spot. Okay, that looks pretty good. You can see through the silk screen. I can see the storm color coming through, which is perfect. It's going right here, and it's on my tires, and it looks like my back is lined up, I think. Oops, you know what, let's see. Am I off? I might be off just a hair. Hold on, let's pull this back up. And again, I did not fuzz this because I have used it so many times. Alright, I think we're on there now. Okay, and then for the second layer, I'm not pressing down quite as hard, but I am still feeling for bubbles. I just don't want to accidentally pull up any of that first layer that I put down. So I'm kind of going lightly. And then same with my chalk paste. I'm going to go lightly with my top layer. So I'm going to use some of this amazing cherry blossom. Again, same thing. I'm just kind of, just the silk screen area. That's all I need to worry about. And it is chalk, so it is going to dry pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that you're working sort of quickly, because if the chalk paste does dry on your transfer, you're going to actually pull the chalk paste up with your transfer. So that's why we kind of have to work somewhat quickly. And again, like I said, the second layer, I don't really push down too hard like I did with my first layer. My first layer, I really do, you know, apply a lot of pressure to get all that excess chalk off. This layer, not so much. Let's get just a little more down here, and then we will be done our second layer of our truck. I may have had a bubble in the tire. I see that it's kind of looking a little funky there. Hopefully I didn't. Okay, I'm just getting all my lines out. And then all the excess right back in the jar. Same process. The squeegee's going to go into the pan of water. Hopefully I got all the pieces. I usually pull back a little slowly with this so that I'm making sure I got everything. Yeah, I did. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. I love the gray and the cherry blossom together. Now, my pan of water is a little small, so what I do is I put the first layer of the truck, I kind of push that down to the bottom of the pan, and then I can lean the second layer on top of that. And it's okay, they're wet now, so they're not going to stick. But I did just get my fingers all wet, so let's grab a paper towel and dry that off. Okay, let's dry our top layer. It looks so distressed. That's why I love this vintage truck. Okay, just about dry. Now let's go back to the top part of our project, and we'll put down our loads of love across the top. We'll work on that. I'm going to let this dry a little bit more before I add the hearts to the back. So let's remove this. I'm going to put that up towards the top. I actually am going to fuzz this one because I didn't use the loads of as much as I did. So all I'm doing is to fuzz it is putting it on my pants and picking it up and putting it down a couple times, and that's just going to get some fuzz on the back. So let's get that right along the top here. There we go. Making sure there's no bubbles. And then we'll do love. I think I'm going to do loads of in white and then love in red. Give this guy a little pop of color. Let's see if I can get this off of here. There we go. Again, it's labeled on the back, so I know that's the back of my carrier sheet when I'm done and I clean it. Let's do a little space here because maybe I'll throw a... Oh, I'm going to fuzz that again. I haven't used the words as much as I've used the vintage truck. Let's get that up there. grab another squeegee, and we're gonna just do the loads of in white and then love in red. Oh, I got a little chalk boogie. That will sometimes happen. Some dried chalk paste from around the side of the jar sometimes will fall down. Go. Get all the lines out and apply some pressure. Get all that excess chalk paste off, and then we can move on to of. Oops, I need just a little more chalk paste. Getting all those lines out, and all that goes right back in. Okay, again, we're going to remove by applying even pressure right across. And there is loads of, again, that's going right into my pan of water. I got more chalk boogies. Get those, oh, you know what, I'll get that off. There we go. Dry that real quick. Do love in the candy apple red. This is going to really pop on this board. It's going to look so pretty. And there you have it. Because the red is like thinner consistency, you really don't need a lot of it at all. And that covered everything, and I'm able to put more back into my jar. Oh, I was going to use that squeegee again, but that's okay. I just throw it in the water. There we go. Look how pretty. Alrighty, let's get that dried, and then we can add the hearts onto the back of our truck. There's chocolate beads under there. Okay, and now we can add the hearts. And so the vintage truck is pretty cool because it's got all different accessories that you can put into the back of the truck. So for Valentine's, we're going to do the hearts. Let's remove that. And then it's perfect because it's a straight line right across the bottom, which you can line up. Oh, let me fuzz this because, again, I didn't use the Valentine's quite as much as I used the truck. So you're just going to line up that bottom. I usually just start by going down and then just sliding up until I don't see pink anymore from the truck. And then I know that I'm right there where I need to be. Perfect. Now, do I want to do, I was going to try to be really creative and do some pink and red. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do them all red. And then, yeah, I think I'm just going to do red, since the truck is already pink. And that is it. Just making sure I'm getting to the very tip of that heart there. And again, getting all of that excess chalk paste and all my lines out. Just set this one here. And then again, apply even pressure when you're removing the transfer. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is. Okay, we got all those in the So what I'm going to do, remember how I was saying sometimes you'll get blemishes on your board, and Chalk Couture is amazing with replacing. If you have any issues with any of our products, they are fantastic at what I was going to do. I was thinking of doing some hearts here to cover that. I think I definitely want to put the XOXO right on the truck. So this is going to be layer 3. Let me make sure I'm in there on the door. There we go. And then I'm going to come back to Candy, Cherry Blossom, I mean, and put this in Cherry Blossom. So let's put that on there. Again, just going very light because now I'm on to layer 3 on this truck. Perfect. Right on our truck door. How cute is that? And then I think we'll just throw some different hearts around. And if you put a nice thin coat, oops, I got red on my finger. If you put a nice thin coat, we can get multiple uses out of this before cleaning it. So I'm going to show you what I mean. We're just going to put some of these guys around in just different spots here. Making sure I cover the whole thing. I am famous for missing the tops and edges and stuff of transfers. There we go. Add some more up here. We should be able to get a couple passes out of this before having to clean it. Getting all that excess off. And maybe one more over here. Oh, I just want to make sure that's down. There we go. I could actually, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if this will fit on the back of the truck. Oh, I don't want to do that in red. Let's do one more. Alright, so I was able to get 4 passes without cleaning the transfer, so that's pretty good. Probably could get more, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Love it! Alright, let's get that into our pan of water. I actually have some other cute little hearts as well. Let me just set this here. I got chalk paste on my finger, so I just want to get that off real quick. So I'm just spraying a little bit of water on my finger. The red will stain for a little bit. Most of the other colors, all the other colors actually do come right off. The red stains just a little bit, but once I wash my fingers a couple times, it's going to come off, so no worries about staining. So we do have a couple more hearts. Maybe I should put a little heart down here, or should I do the little heart? Maybe I'll do the little heart on the bumper back here. That would be cute. And we'll throw in some cherry blossom hearts just to add in some different colors here. Do that. Nice thin layer so that I can pull this. Oop. There we go. Trying to get in there. Good morning, Mary. The double hearts are from the Vintage Truck add-on, and this add-on was actually last year's add-on. Let's just throw a couple of these little pink guys around. Turn him that way. Don't have any up front, so let's put some up front. How many hearts are we up to now? So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 hearts already. Let's keep going. Let's see how many we can get out of this without cleaning it. This is the one that also has, where do I want to go? It also has St. Patty's Day and Easter. And I'm really, really hoping that they bring this back this year for our vintage truck add-on. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers are crossed. Okay. Alright, we got a bunch of those in there. And then I still have one more heart. I'm running out of room in my water pan though. Yep, you found it? Yay! Sounds like you're going to be doing a Valentine's project today, Mary. Alright. So I just have this heart left. I wonder if I should do some of these in white. What do we think? Let's do some in white. They are February 4th. Oh, yay, Jess. I thought I remembered you saying that, but I didn't want to like give anybody false hope. That would be amazing if they get it out sooner than February 4th. That would be awesome. I would think that they would have to, though, so because it's got the Valentines in it, and you want to be able to make some projects with that. So hopefully, I guess it just depends on warehousing and shipping issues and things like that. But come on, you, get off. There we go. Oh, the white and the pink kind of look similar, but that's okay. Oh, see, I almost did it. I almost missed the bottom of the heart. Do that all the time. Let's get a white one in here. Oh, I just had a thought. I wonder if I could throw some white ones on here. I'm going to try it. I just want to see what will happen. Just to add some different colors on here. Because I really wanted to, but I didn't want to do it live because I knew it would have taken a long time to like alternate between pink and red on the hearts. Oh, I just pulled up some of my red because I did not dry my red. That's all right. I'm going to do one more. Probably wind up pulling it. I forgot to dry my red. I'm going to just do one more. Plus I am pushing kind of hard and I shouldn't do that. Alright, I'll just add one more. There we go. Oh, now I need one more. I'll just do one more. Then we're done. Gotta have a lot of hearts. I'm all about the hearts. Okay, one more. There we go. Oh, now I need one more. Jeez Louise, it wasn't looking right. So now I need another. Alright, put you right up here. And then I think we're done with our adding some white hearts on top here. I'm happy with that. That's kind of, I wanted to add some color to the back of the truck, so that was pretty cool. All right, I think, oh, I don't know if you guys can see this, the red, how it's drying on its own. I love watching the red dry because it like goes through different shades. It's pretty cool. Let's throw a white one down here. One more. And you know what I forgot? Darn it, I wanted to put the arrow in here somewhere. Let's put one more here. And I forgot about the arrow. Alright. Alright, that's our last heart. There we go. We have got tons of hearts on our project. I think we're pretty good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the thumbs up. Oh, my squeegee went right in here. I appreciate that. I thought this came out pretty cute. Love the hearts. It's an explosion of hearts on the board. I think it's so cute. Darn it, I couldn't do that. I wonder if I could just do the arrow kind of over the heart. No. Ooh. I wonder if I could do it right there. And just not do... Ooh, that might work. Hold on. Let's try this. Let me try it. That might work. I'm just going to dry this one because I want to try to squeeze this arrow in. Nope, that's still dry. I mean wet. Not dry, wet. I love the little heart on the bumper. That's so cute. Not the bumper. What do you call that? Whatever that thing's called. Alright, our red is dry. So I'm wondering, let's see. Let us see if that will fit right through there. It might come on the L, which I don't want it to do. So let me see if I can get this to work. Oh, it might not. I could angle it. That might work. And then I just won't chalk right there where the heart is. Ooh, that's hot. Let's give that a second. I don't want to put any chalk down on there because the chalkboard is hot from heating it. So let's give that a second. Ooh, yeah. I think what I'll do is to pull in some of the gray from the truck. Maybe I'll do the arrow gray. Let's see. I can always wash it off if I don't like it because I can see the red coming through here and I don't want the arrow on the red. Let's try this. Let's just try it. Enough talking, we'll just do it and see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to take it right until I see the red from the heart. Right to there. And then same over here, right to the edge of the heart here. Let's see how this comes out. Okay, so I can get all that excess back off. Oh, I need to get just a pinch closer to the heart there. There we go. All right, and like I said, I can wash this off because I didn't touch the heart if I don't like it, but we'll see. I'm running out of space here in my bucket. I like it. I like it. I'm glad I did that. I wanted to get the arrow in there. It looks a little distressed at the end, but that's okay. How cute. Get some of those chocolates off. That is definitely loads of love. We have got so many hearts on there. I didn't think it was possible to get that many hearts on this project, but we did. And I'm super thrilled we got the arrow on there. It just was like almost meant to be that I put the double hearts right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and close up our chalk case, and I'm going to show you guys how we go about cleaning our transfers, because we want to get as much use out of our transfers as we can. Oh, P.S. House must. Oh wait, Jess, are we doing football at your house today? And what are we eating? That's the main thing. What are we eating? I'm just kidding. If it smells good, it's got to be something good cooking. I asked them to release. Okay, awesome. I'm so glad that you asked them to release sooner, Jess, because that doesn't make sense to me to release it on February 4th, because unless you do the 2-day shipping, then you would get it in time for Valentine's Day. But all right, let's move this off to the side so that I can show you guys how we are going to. Remember how I said I was throwing all my transfers into my bucket? Here's my bucket, and all my transfers and squeegees and everything else are in there. So I'm going to grab a towel, and this is how we're going to go ahead and clean our transfers. Slide that up a little bit. Okay, so I have my towel right here ready to go. I'm just going to pull. You know what I'm going to do? Where's my board eraser? It's in here. My board eraser has seen better days, but it works perfectly and helps to get all the chalk, especially because I had some of the red on the back of this. Oh yeah, I think it's time for a new board eraser. It's going to help to get all that chalk off the front and the back. Hello, Amanda. How are you? We have just finished our vintage truck Valentine's edition, and I am showing you all how to clean your transfers. It's okay that all my transfers are touching in here. I know some people are probably like, oh my goodness. It's okay, they're wet, so they're not gonna stick. We're just trying to clean off with our board eraser to try to get some of that chalk paste. I'm mostly concerned about the silkscreen area. Again, don't worry about the staining on the outside. No worries. It's perfectly fine if it stains on the outside. So I'll just pull one. I'll get the truck out of here so you guys can see. So when you use your board eraser, you really shouldn't have to use any disinfectant wipe. Because the board eraser is really going to do the job of cleaning your transfers. Okay, so let's just get the bottom layer out of here. Sorry, I am making a colossal mess. I wish they made these buckets a little bit bigger, because I love these. These are just from the dollar store, but these are perfect. Perfect for cleaning them. I just wish they were a little longer for our bigger transfers. I don't like the tin ones because they kind of get all messed up. So usually, I'll just skip ahead to this. I am doing pretty well, Amanda. Can't complain. Yes, board erasers are awesome because they're two purposes. So not only do they help you clean your transfers, but they also get rid of any ghosting that you may have on your chalkboards. So they're perfect. Multi-functioning instrument here. So I always make sure that I'm leaving my transfers with the sticky side up to dry. This one, yikes, I really got red on the back of that one, but it's okay. See how my silkscreen area is clear? That's all I'm worried about. And then usually the very last step that I do, I just want to make sure I got all this, because I had so many transfers in there, I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of the chalk. So my last step, once I have everything sticky side up, I just kind of help with the drying with a paper towel. So I just get any of that excess water off and then leave it sit there to dry. Now you remember I was saying in the water it's not sticky. Like this is not sticky, it's wet. But give that a minute and I'll show you. Once getting all that excess water off the front and the back and helping to get any little bits out of the silkscreen, and I let it sit there, it's sticky again. So we are perfect. Now is the time that we can grab our, I think this is the one, let me see. Make sure I got all my things here. So remember we labeled it with the B for the back. Now it keeps sticking to my fingernail. This is the shiny side. So shiny side meets sticky side, and this is how we return the carrier sheet to our transfer. And then I just make sure there's no bubbles in there, or no bending or folding or anything, that it's on there with a nice tight seal, and then that is ready to be used again. Same with our, I'll show you a bigger one. So same process. I get all that excess water off, checking the front and the back. Give that a second. That's sticky now, because now I dried it, got the excess water off, and that is ready to go. So we can, hearts is on the back, so shiny side meets sticky side. And there we go. And that is all there is to it. Let's get our bottom layer of our truck. So this is truck first layer. Now we're sticky again. And now we can return the carrier sheet. Whoa, I went way off. Hold on. Let's try that again. The bigger ones can be a little more challenging, but just take your time. And up. Yeah, let's try that again. Hopefully take 3. You know what I might do? From the bottom. Let's try that. There we go. Now we're on there. And that's nice and dry. And remember, like I said, the staining is fine, but our silkscreen is clear, so no worries. And that is it. Hello, Johnny. I'm sorry I missed you. I was so busy over here cleaning. All right. I don't think I missed anybody's comments, questions. So let's bring our, let me just throw this on here. Oops, that's not the right one. And then I'll bring our project back in so that you guys can see our cute little vintage truck. And how awesome that came out. There it is. I love it. It's busy but pretty. I like that. I like it a lot. I thank you all for hanging in there with me. I will put a link to my online store below. As Jess mentioned, hopefully this is due back February 2nd, the add-on that has the Valentines. The vintage truck is available now. The add-on hopefully will be available February 1st, but we're really pushing for it sooner because it does contain the Valentines. I actually have it here. Let me show you. So I'm going to make sure this is good and dry before I put stuff on top of it. So this is the vintage truck add-on, and as I was mentioning, it's got such cute things in it and tons of things. So it has, slide that over. It has a bunch of words for fresh grown. Look at the bunny. I love bunnies. Look for Easter. Fresh cut flowers. It's got eggs. So this is all the stuff for the back of the truck. It's got the flowers and the eggs. And then, where is mine? It's got shamrocks for St. Patty's. So we've got like everything for spring covered in this. Taking you from Valentine's all the way up to summer fresh cut flowers. Tons of pieces in this transfer. It's so amazing. And then all you would really need to do, I mean, you could just wash everything off and change it out, or you could just wash off, you could create your truck and then just wash off the back of it to change it out for each holiday if you wanted to go that route. But yes, fingers crossed that this comes back in sooner rather than later. And the colors that I used again are white, cherry blossom, storm, which is gray, and our beautiful candy apple red. So those are the colors that were used in today's project. So again, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.